A little bit of a corner cut then, but it's given us an amazing exit off that high-speed chicane. We're going side by side with Vettel and round the outside. Job done into P2. Lovely overtake. Who we fight with most, as on lap 4. And yes, as I say that, he's spun us. Lewis Hamilton has spun us out of the Melbourne Grand Prix. The Australian Grand Prix, sorry. Just looking behind us. Wow, I don't know who's to blame him. That could be a racing incident. We kind of did turn across him, but he did just put himself down my inside. Maybe that's a racing incident. I'm not sure, but if we're not having a rivalry with Alonso, it might be with Hamilton. I would say that's kind of 50-50. He just puts his car down and we do turn across. We don't know he's there. And oh my word, Vettel. Lucky he survived that. The cars were rolling back on the track. He clips and has a really violent spin on board from Bottas. You can just see it all happen. Then he tangles with us and spins. But we've got no front wing. We're gonna have to limp it back to the pits. Happened on this last lap. We get a puncture. We take out Button. Then Sainz, out of nowhere, he just comes and just shunts us. What is he doing? So let's just look on board. Sainz is just coming, taking the racing line. We're there. And then he just turns into us. And what an insane last lap. Hulkenberg's got past, so we've lost P3 anyway. We're going to finish P4 with 2 punctures. What a race to open the season.
Welcome to today's practice session at the Sepang International Circuit. We're approximately 60 kilometers south of Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. This 5.5 kilometer track provides all of the things that a racing driver could want of a circuit. So after the first race, how do you think this season will compare to previous years?
Well, I hope that we're in for a fantastic season. The Mercedes team have certainly come out of pre-season testing the strongest, which is all well and good, but it's the racing where the pace really counts. It's always difficult to predict, therefore, who's going to come out on top.
The new regulations for this year say goodbye to the somewhat unique nose designs that we saw on the 2014 cars.
The 2014 changes were brought in to promote safety, but I don't think it was anticipated how the teams would exploit the regulations. This year, those regulations have been tightened up to give us a more traditional look to the noses on the 2015 cars.
Hello people and welcome back. Today, back on F1 2015 for episode 2 of our career mode. As in practice, we've had an early crash. I was just doing the intro and we've already had a crash. Yeah, we're here from Malaysia. Last race was a crazy race and this one's already started to be crazy. We just lose the back end, drift out, get on the grass and end up going into the tyre barrier. So very, very interesting start to the session. Yeah, we had an alright race last time, but we got a puncture. We're getting Kimi Räikkönen luck, we are. That's what we get for choosing Räikkönen, we're getting his luck. But anyway, now skipping on to qualifying, we're going straight out to try and do a qualifying lap. I think we set a banker time, but it's not a brilliant one, so we're going for another lap. Ricardo's pipped us down into second. And yeah, I'm looking for a really good race here today. I want to close back up to Rosberg in the championship. We would have finished third last race, but yeah, we got a puncture, which is a bit of a shame. Hopefully that doesn't happen again today. But yeah, Malaysia is actually a track I really enjoy. Lots of people think it's meh, but it's one of my favourite tracks on the circuit. I'm decent at it. I'm not amazing on this game. I've been getting a lot of understeer through some of the well, not really through the high-speed corners, but that double right-hander. And that tricky one before going onto the back straight. Yeah, I've been struggling with them a bit. But with 6/10 up on Rosberg, or is that on our previous best? I'm not too sure how it works on this game, but looking very, very strong at the moment. Can we get pole? We've got 2 poles. No, sorry, that will be 2 poles in a row. We've got 1 pole. But yeah, generally, so far, just based off last race, we look good in qualifying, but in the race pace, we do struggle quite a lot compared to the Mercedes. They are incredibly fast in the race. But it will help if we can get into pole. So opening the DRS, coming along the line. What lap time will it be? And yes, we have got pole just about. We've improved our time by nearly 3 seconds, but I think we just beat Rosberg by about half a hundred. So he can definitely still beat us, but I think we're going to retire on that lap, and let's see where it puts us. Yeah, there we go. We are on pole by half a tenth from Nico Rosberg. Daniel Ricciardo in third, a whole 1.6 seconds back. Lewis Hamilton down in fifth. So I don't know what was wrong with his pace. But me and Rosberg were really close, but miles ahead in front of the field. We're going to be starting from pole for tomorrow's race. Hopefully our race pace is just as good as our qualifying pace, and hopefully we can win this race. I do really want to win this race and close back down on the championship, so yeah, let's just see what happens. It's going to be a good race, and let's go to the grid.
Welcome from Sepang for what is going to be a fascinating race. It's the Malaysia Grand Prix. Kimi says he doesn't read much into securing pole for today's race, and that it's only the main event that matters. There might be no prizes for pole position, but it does give the Finn a real chance to land some desperately needed points.
He's definitely going to be difficult to beat today, but anything can happen, so we have to keep a close eye on how this unfolds over the course of the race.
So here we are on the grid from pole. Let's see what the start's going to be like. 5 lights are out. It looks like the initial getaway has been pretty bad. We bogged down. Rosberg's in the lead, and he's just flying past us, so we got off to a terrible start. Still need to suss that out. Vettel's past, Ricciardo's past. We're down into P4. We've dived it down the inside of Ricciardo, and we get Vettel as well. Nice stuff. Just putting ourselves down the inside. But we have lost the lead of the Malaysian Grand Prix. Can we get Rosberg back? We're going to need to slip to him and maybe go for a dive bomb, because I'm not sure what our race pace is going to be like, because we crashed out in practice. So very important. We get a side pod glitch. We dive it down the inside, but there's slight contact, and we end up getting a side pod glitch, which a little bit done with, but my bad. We're right closing onto the back of Rosberg here, but we've run wide. That's not going to help us. Looks like we have good pace at the moment. When tyre wear kicks in, I'm not too sure if that will be the case. So really want to get past Rosberg now if we can. Are we going to go for a dive bomb? We're having a look, trying to put him under pressure, but he's a little bit too far ahead. So yeah, we're in P2 in the Malaysian Grand Prix. We've lost the lead. Rosberg, the championship leader, is starting to pull away. Going slowly through there, and Rosberg is looking like he's pulling away a little bit. Let's just see what happens. But passing on to lap 2. Vettel, what is he doing? What is Vettel doing? He's just completely dive bombed us down the inside, and just there was no space for him to do that, and he just made contact with us. So yeah, having another look on the replay, he just comes down our inside when there's no space, and lucky we didn't lose any positions. I think Hamilton might have been able to guess, but he just goes completely wide, loses another position. So crazy stuff. Vettel though, what are you doing? Hamilton's, let's look on board. You can see we're turning in for our corner, and Vettel just tries to put himself down on the apex. And Hamilton could have easily got past, and then he just swerves away, as in to like leave a space because he thought it was going to crash. So very weird from Lewis Hamilton. We're 3 seconds behind Rosberg. So yeah, very strange, as we make a mistake on the end of lap 2 and Vettel is past us. Yeah, hopefully we don't have another rivalry with our teammate in Ferrari, because did not end well last season for us with Alonso. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. Ricciardo's moved his way up into third, and Vettel's changing positions, but now it's time for us to put our foot down, do some quick laps, and build a gap from Vettel, because we're battling him. And all the time that we're doing that, Rosberg is pulling away. As Rosberg set the fastest lap, so he's flying. But as we say that, we come and set an even faster lap by about 300s. So yeah, we are going very quickly at the moment as well. But so is Rosberg. So it's going to be hard to catch Rosberg, but at least we don't have to battle with Vettel anymore. So we have clear air to try and go and catch him down. But looks like our race pace is decent, as long as we don't make any mistakes, at least for the time before the tyre wears kicked in. But now cutting on all the way on to lap 7, we've run wide. Vettel's passed us. we've been going quite slowly for the last few laps because our tyres were quite heavily worn and we just didn't really have that much pace. So Vettel is passed into P2. Hamilton's right behind us. Can we get Vettel back? We've lost P2, so we've gone from P1 to P3 now. So not the best of races, but we're going to need to try and get Vettel back if we want to keep our podium, because otherwise Hamilton is going to be putting us under a whole lot of pressure and that won't end well, because he'll most likely overtake us and fly away because he's so quick. But coming through on lap 7, just come through here. What's going on? We've got a puncture. I'm so done. We've got a rear left puncture in the Malaysian Grand Prix and I am so done. We actually have Kimi Raikkonen luck. That's what we get for choosing Kimi Raikkonen. We brought his luck with us. We've got a puncture. We're going to have to come into the pits. Just look at us going so slowly. We're going to lose a whole lot of time. If we hadn't have had this, we would have stood a really good chance of getting a point. But look, we're just getting mugged off by absolutely everyone. And yeah, I'm so done. How unlucky we're getting. I'm not sure if this is going to be the case every race, or if it's just complete luck. And we've been shunted. We've been shunted into the wall, and we got a warning for it. Are you mad? We got a warning for this. Look on the replay. Grosjean in the slipstream. He just pulls out and shunts us, and we go spinning into the wall, and we get a warning for it. Absolutely brilliant. So we've lost so much time then. We're going to have to come into the pits. But what was that? We get a puncture, then we get shunted by some stupid AI. What is going on? Sort it out, Cody's. Come on. We are just getting so unlucky so far in this career mode. It's ridiculous how unlucky we're getting. We're getting more unlucky than Kimi Raikkonen does in real life, but that's going to cost us a bunch of time. We do have good pace though, so yeah, it's going to be hard to rescue a podium or even a top 5. If we get a top 5, that'll be insane. If we get points, that's going to be hard, but we're going to try. We're going to carry on racing. We're not going to give up and see if we can salvage some points out of this race. Now coming on to lap 9, Ericsson has just ghosted and we go through him, so that was lucky, because if you got stuck on the rear bumper of him, there's a ridiculous glitch where you just can't turn and you go so slowly, which is a bit annoying. But we are past Marcus Ericsson. Some cars up the road, we need to get past them as soon as possible. Going down the inside of Grosjean, who just shunted us a few laps ago. 2 laps ago he shunted us, but we've gone down the inside of him now in the slipstream of Perez. Quite a long way back for a dive bomb, but are we going to do it? We've got the DRS, we're quite far back, but we're going for the dive bomb side by side. Last corner, lovely stuff. Up into P14, now up into P13 with dive bomb Verstappen, making a lot of overtakes here. Very nice to see after all that's happened. And yeah, now we can see points. So it's only taken us 4 laps to gain back all this time, and now there's a train of 4 cars going so slowly. We've gone down the inside of 1, round the outside of 1, 2. Rosberg's hit, so what's happened to Rosberg? We're going down the inside, and we've just done a quad overtake in Malaysia. What an overtake. Let me know what you rate that out of 8 in the comments. What an overtake. We've just overtook 4 cars in the space of 3 corners. Absolutely brilliant. 2 down the inside, 2 around the outside. Fantastic stuff. But Nico Rosberg, what is happening to him? He was leading the race, now he's P8, and I'm a little bit done with that, because if we hadn't have got a puncture, that means we would have been able to win probably. I think we would have been able to catch down Vettel after our pit stops as we're going down the inside of Hulkenberg. Another lovely move, because after our pit stops we have really good pace. As you can see, I've set the fastest lap, so yeah, I think we could have won if we hadn't have got a puncture, but that's not going to happen now. We're just going to need to focus on salvaging some points. Maldonado's up ahead, hopefully he doesn't crash into us. But yeah, we're in P7, so we somehow got back into the points. We're going down the inside of Maldonado, and he's crashed into us already, going side by side. And yeah, finally we're back through, and now Ricciardo is up next on the road. I said it would be hard for us to get a P5, and P5's the next car up ahead, so great start. He's 9 seconds up though, so It's going to be very hard. We've only got 13 laps left. It's going to be insanely hard if we want to get a top 5 finish in this race. Sorry, that'll be really hard, but we're going to try. Of course, we have some good pace. We're going to try. But anyway, on lap 16, coming in for our pit stop now. Bottas is in P5, so he's been battling with Ricciardo. They were trading positions loads. I forgot to capture any of it on the replay, but they've been having a good ding-dong battle, and I think we are catching them slowly, and we're going to put on some prime tyres. And this should help us with our pace, because when we're on new tyres, we do seem to have pretty good pace. So this will hopefully allow us to catch up to the back of Bottas. It's going to be hard, only 11 laps to do it in, but we'll definitely try. On lap 17 now, on the back of Marcus Ericsson, going to dive it down the inside. Yes, we do. Nice stuff. Some really good overtaking here, and just like Raikkonen in real life, he got a puncture in Malaysia, if you don't remember. And yeah, we go down the inside of Bottas, by the way, so that is for an effective P5. Somehow we're in P5, and this is going to be one incredible recovery, just like Raikkonen managed to do, getting himself up into P4 in real life. Can we do the same thing? Because we can see P4. Massa is right behind Ricciardo. We can see P4. Can we do a recovery like Raikkonen did in real life? Go down the inside of Massa. Job done. He makes contact with us, so I don't know what he's doing there. But we're into P5, which is pretty incredible. Next up is Daniel Ricciardo. And we're going to dive it down the inside of him. He looks a little bit too far back. We make slight contact, but yes, we are through. And I have to say, what a recovery. And Rosberg's in third, so I think he might need to pit, doesn't he? Because we overtook him earlier on. So, yeah, we overtook Rosberg earlier on, so surely he has to make another pit stop. No, he's done 2 pit stops, which is really weird. Yeah, because we overtook him, so I think he has to do another pit stop earlier, in which case his tyres will be completely dead. Or he's done the mother of all undercuts somehow. That would be like the best undercut I've ever seen, but anyway, it's going to make it a little bit harder for a podium now, even though I think his tyres will wear off by the end. He's 7 seconds up the road, so it's going to be hard for us to catch him, but only 3 laps later we're on the back of him, so we are flying at the moment. Rosberg's going really slowly. Don't know what's happening to him. Are we going to go for a dive bomb? Yes, we do. We managed to pull off what we did in the beginning of the race. And yeah, Vettel's 30 seconds up the road, so no way we're going to get any higher than P3. But we are into the podium paying positions. Just diving it down the inside of Rosberg then. And if he had done that at the beginning of the race and not got a puncture, we would have won. But I can't think of that. Just focus on what's going on at the moment. As you can see from onboard, Rosberg goes to turn in, but just has nowhere to go. But anyway, on lap 28, we've held off the rest of the field. Ricciardo managed to get into P4. But somehow, after a puncture and an excellent recovery in Malaysia, we're going to come home for a podium.
A great drive from the world champion Lewis Hamilton. On days like today, he's just unbeatable in that Mercedes.
It was a fantastic performance, and one that they should be very proud of. Every part of the team pulled together to achieve today's result.
Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
So there we are. They're the results of the race. Button in P9, good on him. Still think we could have won if we hadn't got a puncture. We were getting incredibly lucky. Then we got shunted as well, but can't think of that. It was a very good drive to get us back into third. And in the drivers' standings, we are in third as well. Only 6 points behind Nico Rosberg. So if we win the next race, we will go into the top. Hopefully we don't get some bad luck in China as well. I'm going to be looking for a really, really good result. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. Remember to either like, comment and subscribe. This was a crazy race. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.